It is reported that there aren't any serious accidents in the race, but it still can't be described as uneventful. In Europe, Grand Prix racing comes back to its former glory with an effective new formula, a 750-kilogram weight limit. Here is a clear-cut challenge to engineering skill, and this contest for international prestige is watched by the crowned heads of Europe. Étincelin has a perfected Maserati 8, Chiron an improved P3 Alfa Romeo. The 3.3 Bugatti is a new design and one of the most beautiful racing cars ever built. The revolutionary silver cars, weighing well under a ton, have engines producing nearly 300 horsepower, leaving the Alphas behind. The revolutionary silver cars, weighing well under a ton, have engines producing nearly 300 horsepower.
The home of the 21st century. What will it be like? How will we choose to live in the next 34 years? We might fill our with furniture like this. Our beds, tables, and chairs all made of paper. Our home may be lighted by electricity from fuel cells and the wood and leather of stick. Our favorite easy chair might be inflatable, like a huge balloon. The kitchen of tomorrow could look more like a laboratory than a place to bake a cake. Advanced technology already has begun to find a place in the home. With new developments in food preservation, a meal might be stored for years and then cooked in seconds under a barrage of high-energy radio waves. Robots may help us with our housework. It's all possible in the home of the 21st century. No one knows where the search for the home of 2001 will ultimately end. We do know some of today's possibilities, like these luminescent panels. Let's push our imaginations ahead and visit the home of the 21st century. This could be someone's second home, hundreds of miles away from the nearest city. It consists of a cluster of prefabricated modules. This home is as self-sufficient as a space capsule. It recirculates its own water supply and draws all of its electricity from its own fuel cells. As we approach, could be observed by an automatic closed-circuit television system which would notify our hosts. Once inside, we might find ourselves in a glass enclosure where the lint and dirt we've accumulated during our trip is removed electrostatically.
What will the home of the 21st century look like inside? Well, I'm sitting in the living room of a mock-up of the home of the future, conceived by Philco Ford and designed by Paul McCobb. This is where the family of the 21st century would entertain guests. This room has just about everything one would want. A big, some might say too big, full-color 3D television screen, a stereo sound system that could fill the room with music, and comfortable furniture for relaxed conversation. Now, in the 21st century, you might bring your favorite chair along with you when you go for a visit. To do this, you wouldn't need a small trailer, just a little bag like this. Now, there's a full-size chair in here, a chair that blows up like a balloon. Here's the way it looks after it's been fully inflated. When a guest arrives, he just pulls out his inflatable chair, a small pressurized air capsule would inflate it, and it would be ready for use. At the end of the evening, he'd just pull out the plug and put the deflated chair back into his little bag. Sounds preposterous, but some people are convinced it will happen.
Meet 3-year-old Leslie Bowles, claimed to be the heaviest baby in the world. When he was last weighed, he turned the scales at 9 stone 2. He's grown a lot since then, but the trouble is that nowadays he refuses to be weighed at all. So we don't really know whether he's solid or hollow. In every way apart from his size, Leslie is normal. He can think, talk, and look after himself as well as any 3-year-old. He's in perfect health too, examined by the doctor every day, just to see that there's no fear of his bursting. They don't let him walk yet. His body is too heavy for his legs, but that doesn't stop him getting about and doing things. In this interview, Leslie stated,
"I'm an old age pensioner. I live on £3 a week. There's 20 quid a week going into that house."
Leslie seems to be having a very good time, but he'd better look to his laurels because they say that out in America there's already a baby challenger for the heavyweight title. How about a 10-round contest between them?